Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, what's up? My name is Jenny Sapon, and on my channel I do a lot of reviews and how-tos. Recently I started incorporating unboxing hauls, so if you love all of those, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe and hit that post notification bell so you are notified of all my posts. I do post every Monday. In today's video, I will be creating two eye looks for you. One, which is the look that I'm wearing now, a more sultry look, and then the other one is a little more colorful. So if you want to learn how to create this look or wear a more colorful eye look during Valentine's Day, just keep on watching. So for this first look, I'm going to be wearing a little more color, and I'll be using the Violet Voss Olive You Forever. I got this in my Boxy Charm video for my January video. If you haven't seen that, definitely go check that out. I think it's a little bit like Valentine's Day inspired, like all of me, all of you, Major Spotlight, Lovebird, Infatuated. I feel like these shades are very appropriate for Valentine's Day. So my eyelids already have a little bit of primer, and I put foundation and powder over it. I was gonna add still a little bit of base color though, just because I always start with the base color. I don't know, I'm afraid not to start one. I'll be using the shade Wink, so that's the shadow right here. And I'm just gonna dust this all over my lid. Just really messy, just nothing perfect, just so that some shadow will have something to stick onto. I'm taking a fluffy brush and I'm taking the shade Infatuated, so it's this shade right here, and I'm adding this onto my crease. I'm just buffing this in windshield wiper motions. You don't have to be so perfect with this just because we're gonna add another color. Using the same brush, I'm going in with the shade Endless Desire, so it's this shade right here. I'm just going to put this over the Infatuated shade that we've used the first time. So now we're darkening the color up. So now on to our corner of the eyes, or the outer V, or whatever you want to call it. I'm taking a little flat brush like this. I'm using JS6, but you can use any other brush that's like similar to this brush shape. I feel like it's best to use this in the corner of your eyes to like build color or just dimension. So I'm going to be using the shade Charm, this chocolate shade right there, and just gonna dab onto it and just pack it in that corner. Now taking a clean fluffy brush, I'm gonna go in with the shades Infatuated and Endless Desire, and we're just going to kind of blend everything out at the same time, kind of create a more cat eye effect. So I'm just gonna blend everything just like this, kind of diffuse it or smoke it out, however you want to call it. And you don't have to like blow it out and do a cat eye effect if your eyes are very similar to mine. Like, you'll see the difference in how I make your eye makeup look. But if your eyes are a little bigger than mine, you can just keep it this shape right here, but I prefer to blow it out just a little more. At the same time, kind of blending that charmed color as well. So now on to kind of slightly half cut crease. I just like to just take a little bit of the concealer and onto my hand, or the back of my palm, the back of my hands. I'm just using the e.l.f. concealer in medium sand and taking a brush like this. So it's a tiny little tall looking like brush. And then I'm just gonna go put this on half my crease. So I just kind of look straight into the mirror, and where my lids fold, I just kind of put concealer there. And then just use that as your mark. And then you're just gonna stop where the start of that chocolate brown shadow that we added. I'm just gonna bring mine a little more to the top. I want my eyes to just pop a little more. Now on to the other side. Now that the hard part is done, I'm gonna go back in with the shade Lovebird. So that's the shade right here. It has like a pinkish, peachy color. And I'm gonna put that in the center first to concentrate it. I'm packing the color on here. And then I'm gonna slightly bring it to the inner corner. And then I'm gonna take the shade Major Spotlight, and I'm just gonna use the other side of the brush and then just put that in the inner corner. Because I'm extra and I love my inner corners to just pop. So the same to the side, I'm just gonna pack Lovebird again and just concentrate this towards the middle first. And then bring it in just a little bit. And then switch over and use Major Spotlight. We're taking the same brush that I used Charmed for, so this shade right here, so the outer color that you're using, I'm just going to take a little bit of it and blend in just so that there's no harsh lines. Unfortunately, I don't have another brush like this, so I'm taking off the concealer, and I'm going to take the shades Endless Desire and Infatuated, and we're going to line our bottom lashes so that the entire look is pulled together. Alright, so now on to my favorite part. I'm going to be adding lashes. So go ahead and just prep your lashes, curl them, add mascara if you want. I personally just stopped wearing mascara because, I don't know, it just feels weird. I just throw on my lashes. So I'm just going to curl them real quick. And of course, I'm using my favorite Silly George lash adhesive liner. I love this thing, you guys. I swear to you, once you use it, you will understand why I rave about it so much. And of course, you can use my code JennySapon15 for 15% off. And then I will be using my Girl Goal lashes. I feel like they're the perfect length. They're volumizing, and they're kind of separated enough to where you can still see my eye makeup. So I'm just shaking it up a little bit and then applying my liner. It's honestly so easy, you guys. It's like magic. I'm just gonna take my lashes, no glue, anything, I promise. And then you just stick them on. Just like that. Like, it adds enough volume and you can still see your eye makeup. And it's super comfortable, super easy to wear. It doesn't feel like you have lashes on. Obviously, once you lay it down, you kind of have to make sure it's like pressed onto the adhesive. But super easy. Let me do this other eye real quick. You can actually use my code for all the lashes as well. They have different style lashes. So on to my lips, because you know you have to tie the entire look together. Obviously, I'll be using the Dragon Beauty as well. The lip liner is called Lip Job Liner in 2.0 cc, and then I'll be using the shades Nikita, her liquid lip gloss, and then the shade Horchata. So now time to mix our lip products together. I'll be taking the shade Nikita and applying this all over. Honestly guys, this whole lip combo makes my lips look so much bigger. And my lips are a little dry and crusty right now. Sorry about it. I'm using a new chapstick to prep my lips while I'm getting ready. And I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of it. So now on to the second lip product. I'm honestly just taking this and dabbing it right in the center only. So here and here. And you can take your fingers to blend everything out, or you can just take like a brush. Here is the completed first look. Okay, so now time for the second look. I'll be using the Orangey palette by Jeffree Star, and hopefully YouTube doesn't block me for saying the Orangey palette. It's just so beautiful, so I have to use this palette. And this look that I'm going to create, it's a lot, it's colors that are basically in most palettes, so you can definitely recreate a palette just using browns in general. Well, let's get started. I'm going to prime my eyelids with the P. Louise eyeshadow base. I just like to use a concealer brush just to lay it all out. As always, I'm just going to lay down a bone colored shadow on top of my primer, which is this color right here. It's called I'm Shy. You can use a translucent powder if you want, if you don't have a bone colored shadow. But I feel like it's in almost every eyeshadow palette, I feel like. So I think you should be good. Taking a fluffy brush just like this, I'm going to go in with the shade Top. So it's this color right here. Pretty much you're gonna get like a brown color that is closest to your skin tone, and you're just gonna buff this in to the crease. And I'm just gonna go ahead and go straight into creating like a little cat eye effect with this. So I'm taking it a little up to the brow bone. Now moving on to this shade right here, which is called Craving Chocolate. So this brown has a little bit of red in it, and I'm taking the same brush and I'm just taking it and I'm going to blend this all into the crease. It doesn't have too much of a red tint, like a redness in it, but it kind of does. So it adds a little more dimension without making it look too chocolatey, if that makes any sense. I don't know, I'm really bad at describing stuff. So now moving on to like the actual browns, now that like we kind of have like a crease going on, I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Booby Trap right here. So it's that it's like that chocolate brown that we want. And I'm just gonna take like a flat crease brush like this, and we're gonna focus this into the outer V, and I'm kind of bringing that in like into the crease as well, towards like, I'm kind of bringing it to the middle of my eye, but not all the way. So focusing on like the outer V, and then just slightly taking what's left of it and dragging it across the crease, just like this. So on to the other side again, I'm just focusing this onto the crease first, where like the majority of the pigment's gonna be at, or the shadow, and then what's left over, I just take it, I just drag it to my crease and bring it towards like the middle of the eyelid. So taking a more like dense brush like this versus like this brush, it's kind of, it's round as well, but it's like a little more loose. So this one's a little more dense. I'm using a dense one to pack more colors. And I'm going in with the shade Orangey. So it's the shade right here. And we're only going to focus this on the crease. So I'm gonna take that shade And we're just going to pack this in the outer corner. So we're just gonna pack this only in the outer corner and still kind of make sure we're getting our little cat eye going. But I'm not really like rubbing, like I'm not really blending out the colors, if that makes any sense. I'm kind of like packing on the color because I don't want it to go anywhere else other than just the outer V. We're just concentrating the colors out here. We're not dragging this in just because this color is just so dark, and we're playing with a lot of browns and I don't want it to look muddy. So we're just gonna keep the concentration out here. And you can always just wipe some of it off if it's just too much. And then just use that same brush and just kind of pack the colors in, like I'm just dabbing the colors in. Now time for our lid color, our inner corner and lid color. I'm gonna be using this shade right here, which is Vanilla Latex. You can also use this bone colored shadow as well, but I kind of want something a little more of a little pop. So I'm gonna use this color right here. And I'm gonna go in with my concealer. You don't have to, but I want to. So I'm using the Boing Benefit Cakeless Concealer. So I'm just taking the same brush I used last time for the other look, and I'm just going to focus on like the inner corner and up to here. Basically stop where the color of that dark brown starts. So I'm going to take an Anastasia brush where it's like a flat shaded brush just like this, and I'm just going to take the shade Vanilla Latex. And it has kind of like a white yellowish tint to it. So I'm gonna go in with the same fluffy brush that I used for Top and Craving Chocolate. So basically just the first two shadows that we used. And we're just gonna go ahead and go back in and just blend that. Just kind of marry all the shades together. So I'm gonna go back in with the shade Craving Chocolate. And I'm just gonna go back in and just focus on this crease part, just because we did lose that from all that blending. I'm actually gonna bring more brown towards my inner corner, just like the first two shadows that we used. I'm just gonna drag it in just a little bit, just to tie the entire look together. Taking the same brush that I used for my concealer, I just cleaned it. And I'm taking the shade Booby Trap. I'm going to line my lower lash line. You can definitely use eyeliner if you want, but I feel like I have more control as far as like how dark I want this. I don't know, I feel like using shadows lining my lower lash line, I have more control of it compared to using an eyeliner. I feel like I'm just like drawing a lash line. I don't know if that makes any sense. Because with the shadow, you can kind of smoke it out a little bit, like this. Now time for lashes. I'm gonna be using a different pair of lashes this time. You're probably tired of me using my Silly George lashes, but I love them so much, so obviously I'm gonna keep using them. But I'm gonna change the lashes for the sake of this video and this look. I'm using the Glamnetic lashes in the style Baby Girl. I love this, they're so wispy. You guys already know I'm gonna use my Silly George Liner Bond Lash Adhesive Liner in the shade Black. I'm not gonna stop using this because honestly, I don't wanna use lash glue anymore. So I'm just going to draw on my liner and throw on my lashes. Look at this. I love them. That way you can still see the shadows and still have a little bit of drama on your lashes, because save the drama for your lashes. Am I right? Oh my gosh, I cracked myself up, seriously. You guys, this is how amazing this liner bond is. These lashes literally have magnets on them, so it like, you're supposed to use the liner with this, like the Glamnetics, but it works just fine with this liner. I'm telling you guys need it. and I have a discount code for you guys, and you guys save 15%. So what are you waiting for? Like, I don't understand. All right, so this is my completed makeup look. I just threw on some cookie highlighter by Benefit off camera, and I threw on some liquid lip called She's Unapologetic by Patrick Ta. This is probably one of my favorite like nude lip combo. I kept it pretty nude just because my first look was a little more colorful. It had a pop of color on the eyelids, and this time I just kind of want to keep everything a little more neutral, a little more monochromatic. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Leave a comment section down below which one is your favorite look, or comment down below what you would like to see next. And I hope you have a great Valentine's Day or Galentine's Day, however you're celebrating it. And if you do, and if you are going out, or if your town allows you to go out, I hope you are still staying safe. And don't forget, you can catch me on all my social medias, Instagram, TikTok at JennySapon. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye guys.